Hello, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome back to Tom Dark, the channel Tom Dark. The channel where the more you watch it, the less you function as a normal member of society. The Tom Dark channel is known to cause frequent mental breakdowns, increased drug use, and even self-harm in viewers. Be warned, this is not a joke, this is not a meme, I'm not fucking around. YouTube analytics give me all of this. You're making your life worse. Much worse by watching this video right now. You've been warned, you fucking freak. So the other day, I released a video on the channel Turkey Tom called The Virginfest Story, where I talked about basically this community of music artists who I loosely follow online. I wouldn't call myself a massive incel core enjoyer, but I do like some of the stuff in that genre. There are some very talented guys and girls there. And so in this video, I talked about a meetup they had where they wanted to have a concert in person. And then Antifa ended up getting involved because, you know, why wouldn't they? They always have to be there in some capacity, I guess. And there was a whole arc there with the Virginfest story. So I tried my best to tell this tale the best that I could, as accurately as possible, in a pretty concise manner. And you know, I posted that and you guys seem to really like the video. You guys seem to really enjoy it. So to those of you who saw it, thank you so much for that. I appreciate that you guys watched the video and liked it. I'm going to try to do more videos like that in the future. Obviously, you don't always get a great story like that just comes along, but certainly when they come across my desk, my office desk, when my intern comes in and says, "Hey Tom, I'm going to suck your dick. And also, by the way, here's a crazy story that you can make a video on." You know, I'll definitely do it because I enjoy telling good stories on my channel. That's what I'm about. I'm a storyteller. But in this video, I just wanted to talk about my overall kind of feelings on the event and, you know, the people that went and sort of Antifa's involvement and how all of these play into each other. I have some personal kind of things about it, like reservations I want to get off my chest, just to outline my thoughts a little more on the whole thing, because there are some things that I want to say about the video, and there are some things that I want to say about the response that I've received to the video. Now, normally on my channel, as of late, I try to stay away from explicitly, like, political topics, and this was a policy that I basically had for a long time where I wanted to rarely, sparsely cover things that even tangentially related to politics because, I don't know, I don't want to be one of those people that is obsessed with it and is trying to, like, sway their audience in any way, because I genuinely have no interest in that. But as time goes on, I'm kind of realizing that it's basically impossible to never mention political events or political subject matter because politics kind of, you know, is tangled in everything, it seems. There's political messages sort of bubbling to the surface of every subject matter, every area. We're living in a hyper-politicized world, full of people whose entire brain mass, all of their thinking power, is going into memorizing each minute detail of the ever-autistic political compass. Like, just more and more specific, weird, niche political ideologies that less and less people actually consider themselves a member of. This is the worst thing ever, by the way. Like, whoever made this is a degenerate, terrible human being who deserves the fucking hellfire. But really, at this point, I basically decided that I'm just going to talk about whatever I want to talk about, and if politics are involved, then that's just going to have to be part of the story. I can't really avoid that. I'm still never going to try to sway anyone because, to be honest, my actual interest in partisan politics has waned so much in recent times that I basically just see it as another form of entertainment for, like, you know, watching Twitch streams or even, like, actual, you know, like, political debates between politicians. I basically just see it as entertainment, you know, meme here, meme there, and I'm out. And that's really all I can muster in terms of caring, because I feel like I know too many people in my personal life that take politics so seriously in such a way that it doesn't benefit them. Like, there are benefits to being politically aware, but I feel like I know a lot of people who obsess over it a very unhealthy amount, when really the one action that really matters is voting. I know people who obsess a lot over politics and didn't even vote, and that's kind of an interesting thing to me, like, kind of an interesting dichotomy, I guess. But yeah, I'm never going to do a video where I say you should vote for this party or that party. I'm not going to pull a Jello apocalypse on you guys, because I just don't want to do that with my channel. My goal is not to influence anyone. My goal is, however, to make entertaining videos and hopefully making a living from that, which I'm doing right now, and I appreciate that you guys have allowed me to do that. But I think the Virginfest video that I did was very entertaining, and I think, you know, despite the fact that politics were involved, I didn't take a strong stance that was unreasonable or crazy or even on one side. I basically just took the anti-doxing stance, which, you know, I would say in like 99% of cases, I am anti-doxing. There are very specific people, like I guess Isabella Janke, in which case I would be like, okay, she got doxed, probably needed to happen. But other than that, like, you know, doxing people like Corpse Husband and Dream, I personally don't really see the utility in that. I think it's wrong. I don't think it's right. but unfortunately, certain corners of the internet will do that regardless, and there's not a lot I can do about it. It's especially annoying, though, that Antifa had to actually lie about the event and the people attending to try and get their point across. For example, one person that was there was Andrew Nowicki, I believe. He's a founding member of the alt-right, and my understanding is that he was there trying to recruit people. He claimed that he was not, and he was just attending to like observe shit, but he definitely was there trying to like talk to young people and get these edgy kids in line with his gay politics. And I find that very cringe. I find it very bad. And I find it especially frustrating that Antifa tried to make it out as if this like alt-right dude was there like headlining the event. He was a main cast member, when in reality the organizer seemingly was shitting on him the entire time and calling him a creep. So yeah, that was very, very infuriating. It sucks that Antifa did that, but I guess with, people on the extremes, it's not super surprising. But Antifa, it wasn't done there, right? Like, once my video came out, once other people's videos came out, they weren't done. They had to have the last word. And so they decided to post another Twitter thread yesterday, as of the day I'm recording this, which reads as following. During Virginfest in Atlanta, which featured a notorious far-right performer who drew a racist, women-hating crowd. Really? Racist and women-hating? I mean, I hate to be the guy that's like, but there are black people and women there, but I mean, there were black people and women there from what I can see of the video. There were more girls there than I expected, actually. I didn't expect to see any turnout from women at all, but, there were some females present. The promoter and allies lied, claiming the event was apolitical. Over the weekend, Virginfest apologists lied more, now specifically about our organization. So I'm sure at this point that Antifa has seen my video and probably some of the other videos about this subject on YouTube, and they're big mad, okay? They're very upset that when shown to a mainstream YouTube audience, that they look like a bunch of lunatics and pieces of shit for trying to get someone fired. I shouldn't even say trying, successfully getting someone fired for organizing a concert. And so they have to say that I lied. They say everyone who defended it lied about their organization, being Antifa. So how did they lie? How did I lie, I should say? What did I do wrong exactly? I'm expecting an answer at this point, but unfortunately, the next tweet just says that there's no point in rebutting the claims from people that they call liars. So they basically refuse to outline, like, where I lied. I mean, if it's so easy, why not just say it, right? If it's so obvious that I lied, that everyone else lied, why not just do, like, a point-by-point analysis of how I'm full of shit? Why not just explain how they were lied about? But they don't, and to be honest, I don't think they can, unless they're going to lie themselves, because they have nothing. Maybe they're talking about someone different from me, or different from Raven, or people who defended her in the event in general. I really have no idea. If they are, I'd like to know who that is. I'm certainly no fan of chronic liars, but they don't say shit here. The incel core scene should expect continued attention and opposition. We plan to continue shining a spotlight on the openly far-right actors within incel core, as well as their supposedly apolitical racist promoters such as Athena Raven Rap. Damn, pulling out racist now, huh? Gotta throw that one out there at her. It's just funny to me that these guys are obsessed with trying to prove that this whole music genre is made up of men who hate women and, they're dangerous to our world. And certainly if there was a lot of, very disturbing behavior, I guess some of their concern will be justified. But as far as I can tell, I mean, it literally was a concert, right? Like, you can watch all 4 hours of the live stream footage. It's not like people were there planning like bombings, or they weren't like going there and like emptying a bag of shells on the table being like, okay, we got to organize them into clips and we're going to do a mock shooting. Like, that is not what happened. But obviously, I mean, okay, there's no denying that some of the songs within the incel core genre and a lot of the lyrics are very, very edgy. Some of them are misogynistic. Some of them are probably racist. I haven't seen any, but I'd imagine they're in there. One doesn't necessarily follow the other, but it often follows the other. But I guess with the amount of music I've listened to over time, I just kind of say whatever to it because it's music, and as I said before, I haven't seen like an active threat from these people in any way. Music is meant to be challenging, it's okay to be shocking. Art is meant to pose a question in my mind, and especially the genre of punk, it's meant to be intentionally offensive to pearl clutchers. I never really got into Black Flag and all of the classic punk shit, so I'm not going to claim to be, a real punk head or the most knowledgeable because I'm not really into it. The most punk thing I listen to is like, I don't know, like My Chemical Romance, Blink-182. So it's not like I'm not really in this genre. I'm not really a part of it. I don't really know everything about the scene. I haven't academically studied punk. Imagine going to school for that, by the way. What a fucking loser. But punk in general, I mean, if you read anything about it or look at the history of the movement, much of the messages within them are not super coherent. Like, it doesn't completely make sense. A lot of people within this genre will just say things that are shocking for the sake of it, because they want to piss off pearl clutchers. They want to be edgy and piss people off. Because of Athena Raven Rap's Virginfest event, several incel-core musicians have stated grandiose intentions to move to Atlanta to make it an incel-core hub, much the same way as Seattle for grunge. We look forward to making sure this pathetic dream never becomes a reality. Just the level of spite and salt and hatred from these guys is kind of unreal. Like, the thing they got someone fired over was a music concert. It's still just kind of baffling to me how angry they are. It was a bunch of people ranging from, like, you know, probably ages of 18, 19 to probably like 20s, 30, you know, all pretty young guys and gals getting together to play music and enjoy music. And it's not like this was a massive event, right? Like, some people are portraying it like, you know, 4,000 people showed up. It's Charlottesville 2.0. I think there were like less than 100 people there, maybe 80 or 90. That's it. And you know, they were all just in a park. Say what you will about the lyrics or some of the fans of their stuff, because there's no denying that, you know, Negative XP has said a lot of misogynistic things. There's no denying that there are misogynistic people in the audience. I don't think that should inherently write off the genre. You can appreciate music without agreeing with the messages, and you can attend a concert without agreeing with the messages in the music. These people hosted a harmless, apolitical concert for people to hang out and enjoy and have a good time. It's just a big party. I cannot imagine being this angry and sad inside that you decide to call the cops on it and send one of your Oompa Loompas in there in person to try and, like, break it up and be a fucking nuisance. Very cringe and uncool. And of course, they have this picture in the thread, this classic drawing, the you can't be punk and also be racist, sexist, you know, etc., etc. I thought punk was like a music genre, not a set of political values, but like, even if you want to say, okay, this isn't punk music, this isn't punk rock, it's still rock and roll, right? It's still rock, it's still music, it's still artistic. You know, whether or not you want to accept it into the confines of like this specific genre, you can't devalue it entirely. These are people with feelings who are communicating them through their art. I hope the Virginfest happens next year. You know, I'm gonna keep my eye on it. I'm gonna probably stop talking about the incelcore genre in general for a little while, because there's nothing else I really have to say about it. This is kind of the end of my revisions to the video, the end of my thoughts, just a quick little rant. But if it happens next year, I'll totally, you know, see if I can go, depending on where it is and when it is. You know, I don't want to miss another event for it, but the time that it was this year seems like a time that I could totally do it. I mean, it's a one-day event. Fly in, enjoy the concert, fly out the next day, and just have a good time. So yeah, maybe I'll go there and film it or something like that. Maybe I'll stream it on this channel, who knows. Anyway, yeah, that's all I've really got to say. I'm just gonna get out of here, but thank you guys for watching the video all the way to the end. If you liked it, leave a like. If you hated it, leave a fat fucking dislike. Let me know your thoughts in the comments section below on Virginfest, Incelcore, some of this music. Is Blink-182 Incelcore? And I'll see you guys later. Bye.